You called me up here for a reason which now I'm like totally do not know.
You looked like just the right amount of trouble.
Yeah, I'm a lot of trouble. I'm not even going to try centering myself because it's just all about effort, and I'm kind of ditching the idea of effort at the moment. And
Good.
I think, go ahead.
Good, because effort is manipulation.
Yeah, totally.
Effort is compensating with action what you didn't do with your vibration.
Yeah.
We're not talking about action, we're talking about effort, because action can be inspired and blissful, but that thing that humans usually mean when they say effort, that's what you do when, instead of tuning in and calibrating and letting the universe and the law of attraction do all the heavy lifting, you're trying to do it with your own physicality. And it works pretty good for a while because you can offer enough action to take care of most things that you need to take care of, but the bigger your life gets, the less able you are to tend to it through action and effort. The more important it is for you to utilize the leverage of calibration. Yeah.
That's what I'm here for. I'm here to just understand this whole beautiful art of calibration and you know, the dance with the contrast that we go through. And that's where I'm at these days, because like the beautiful woman that got up here earlier, thank you so much. It was so beautiful. Your face is so beautiful. I love you. I'm married too. But like, that's this dance. And I'm in a similar place as, oh God, I'm losing my words, but it's like calibration, my relationship to contrast. And I'm in a place where I want all these things to happen in my life, and it's been my dream, and then I bump up, and I've been bumping. It's like, all right, we're done with this effort thing. It's like, boom.
That's because you think, because you're accustomed to statistics and laws of averages and things like that, you think that the bigger the dream, the more the effort. And that's what causes most people to hold back from big dreams, because they just get tired. But it's because they're offering action with resistance. When your action isn't resistance laden, then effort isn't a factor, and then you're just eager to get into it. If something physical is happening, Esther had a very sore foot, and there was no logical reason for it, in the sense that there was no event that happened. But after a little while, we were able to help her see that she was trying to manage too much with her own physical beingness. She wasn't getting out ahead of it with her thoughts as much as she knows that she can. And so she was depending too much on action, and that was what got her out of balance. It wasn't that she used her body up, not in that sense, but it's that when you have tools and you don't use them, and you know that you have tools that you could use, you're very hard on yourself when you revert to less effective things. That's what we're talking about here.
Yeah, that's exactly what we're talking about. Is what I'm hearing is, here is my feeling, dream, beautiful world, which I love to enter, and I exist in that reality, because to me that's more of a reality than this stuff right here, and I delight in it, and then I can sense it, I can feel it, it's so close, and then, okay, so what do I do now? You know, like, where do I try less?
What's happening to you is that you're not enjoying the becoming. You're not going to be happy until it has become. Mm-hmm. And when you're oriented like that, then everything that hasn't yet come into being is bothering you, which keeps it from coming into being. You've got to start enjoying the journey and stop trying to get to where you think you're going.
Yeah, I'm right there. I can feel that. I'm feeling that more and more.
And usually when that's happening, it's because you feel like you're letting somebody else down, or because you're letting somebody else's expectations of you sort of drive you rather than your own desire call you. And it usually doesn't just start with current relationships. It's been going on most of your life. It was this person and this person and this person. Usually it's very deep rooted. Most of your troubles that you're experiencing right now started when you were 7. If you could go back to what you were living then and think about who was in your face then, that's where it started usually. Now, not every time, but that's a pretty average Since then, you've been trying to prove something to somebody and something to somebody and something to somebody. It's time to just leave them out of the equation for a while and just find your alignment. It's not an easy thing to all of a sudden stop doing. People take pride in being counted on. They take pride in being accountable. They take pride in standing out. There are a lot of things that you've calibrated to that seem like the right thing to do if you want to be an upstanding citizen in a healthy environment. But most of that stuff, your knowledge and who you are, is becoming such a big part of who you are that you are now having to come to terms with the fact that you can't live the big life that you're asking for in the way that you've been doing it. Something's got to shift. And what it is you got to get out ahead of it, and you've got to understand that it's vibration. You got to understand that it's about emotions. You got to understand it's about thoughts, that it's about alignment, and it's about cooperative components. Now, fixate on that word, cooperative components. Cooperative components mean that there are all kinds of people, events, animals, circumstances around you who are cooperating with you all the time, depending upon what your vibration is that you're offering. First thing we want to say, as you focus upon the idea of cooperative components, is that they are here to cooperate with you because you never intended to accomplish all that you want to accomplish on your own. Humans teach yourselves that in the religious rhetoric of proving worthiness. Got to prove your worthiness. Got to pay the price. And so you work hard from a position of not allowing yourself to be a cooperative component and not allowing the other cooperative components to cooperate with you. Is this ringing some bells with all of you?
Oh, yeah.
So I got to prove my worthiness through my sacrifice and hard work. Someone said to Esther not too long ago, can I do such and such, because if I don't do it this way, it'll be really hard for me. Esther was flinching. It was like she was being shot with a BB gun. And then Esther said, is there any other reason? Oh yeah, it'd be really fun in this way and this way and this way. And Esther, that's the answer I'm looking for. Don't sacrifice for me ever. Ever. This is a cooperative universe. If I don't get it from you, I'll get it from someone else. Never sacrifice for me. Never sacrifice, because that doesn't make anything happen. And yet, if you don't know how to hook into your true power and you don't know where the true cooperation is, then you run around telling lies to each other. I'll help you if you'll help me. And then you're mad at everybody because nobody ever gives you back as much as you think you're putting out. And it's all bogus anyway. So the law of attraction is you attracting. What's your point of attraction? Others, what's their point of attraction? Sometimes what you attract from each other is unpleasant experience. Sometimes what you attract from each other is pleasant experience. It's not your job to get them all to be the offerers of pleasant experiences. It's your job to be the attractor of pleasant experiences, you see. And the first order of business is you got to hook up with your inner being.
I'm there.
Yeah. And so, what's on your mind?
Just like I would love to be guided through, like, doing that, like, consistently. Like, let's say I'm in a contrasting situation. For example, simple one. Woke up in the morning, been traveling, flying, and not sleeping, and then you get up and you're like, oh no, like you're kind of in a place, which I'm not in that place now, but I still feel the essence of who I am and everything. Depleted. In
that experience that you're describing?
Yeah.
Well, that's what we were talking about. If you're not going back to the replenishing well, then you get depleted. And if you're looking for others for replenishment, you always get depleted. And so you've got to go to the good feeling thoughts for replenishment. It really is only that.